Ronnie Lawrence and Saidyokub Kakhramonov in the bantamweight division. Two guys I think can definitely make a run in the top 15 of the bantamweight division if it wasn't as stacked as it is right now. But these are some guys that have many years to improve, especially in the striking, because mostly Ronnie Lawrence and Saidyokub Kakhramonov are more used to taking their opponents down, looking for the submission, ground and pounding, guillotines, TKOs, whatever the case may be. They're just looking to get the fight down, ground and pound, takedown, and win the fight that way. But we've seen the striking advantage for this fight, and I do think it goes to Ronnie Lawrence. I mean, Saidyokub is good. Saidyokub is a pretty decent striker. He has a few knockout wins outside of the UFC against undefeated Askar right there, and plenty of other knockout wins. But after watching the last fight with Ronnie Lawrence and Mana Martinez, I mean, the striking looked very crisp. He was looking really fast. His movement was very solid. I mean, he was laying takedowns left and right, ground and pounding. I mean, I think he knocked down Mana Martinez at least like 3 times in that fight. Let's see, like he knocked him down 3 times in that fight. It was absolutely insane. The dude's striking power-wise is definitely going to be better than that of Saidyokub Kakhramonov. Maybe Saidyokub can land a little bit more volume than Ronnie because he is a little bit more of a technical striker, a little bit better in terms of the technique, the volume and things like that on the feet, but power is definitely going to Ronnie Lawrence in my opinion. Now, wrestling and grappling, it starts to get really interesting, because if you watch Saidyokub Kakhramonov's fight with Trevin Jones, he looked really good. Had 9 minutes of total control time in the fight, and then obviously Ronnie Lawrence going out there landing thousands and thousands of takedowns every single time he goes out there. I mean, these are two super high level wrestlers and grapplers. I mean, 9 takedowns per fight for Ronnie Lawrence, and I know a lot of the other prediction channels are going to be out there saying Ronnie the Heat Lawrence is going to go out and take down Saidyokub Kakhramonov for 3 rounds. He's going to out wrestle and just grind to a decision or something like that. I'm not really thinking that. I think Saidyokub is competent enough on the ground and in the wrestling and grappling to be able to defend the takedowns of Ronnie Lawrence. Ronnie isn't a high school wrestler, isn't a college wrestler. He's just a guy that learned wrestling just based off of the need to have it in MMA as well. So I don't think this is going to be a wrestle fest. It might be a little bit like Arman Tsarukyan versus Mateusz Gamrot, where we'll see some scrambles here and there, some really good get-ups, some takedowns, but not really any control time for either guy. I see this being a 3-round strike fest. Saidyokub will win a round based off the kicking game and landing a little bit more volume, but I think Ronnie will land a few takedowns, which will count toward the judges a little bit, and then he'll land the harder shots in the feet as well. So it's a close one. It is a very very close one. Could definitely go either way, but I think it's going to be 3 rounds of striking, and I lean a little bit towards Ronnie Lawrence there, especially because, you know, even with how close the fight is going to be on the feet, Ronnie has the opportunity, because he's just so active with his takedowns. If the round is really close on the feet, lands a takedown, just starts going ham on ground and pound, he can easily steal the rounds that way as well. So I'm going to go Ronnie Lawrence. I'm not 100% like super confident on him, because he is facing another good wrestler with a little bit more volume and a better technical striking attribute. So it is close. It is like one of those coin flip type of fights, like the betting odds I believe do have it. Could go either way. I'm going to slightly lean towards a Ronnie Lawrence by a 29-28 decision.